Imagine that the world is black and white and that you have never seen color in your life. One day you are walking in the garden and you see a grey rose, which just before your eyes becomes red. How would that feel? Now imagine that music is black and white, and suddenly you hear a glimpse of color. This is how that would feel. What just happened there? This music starts really like any other music. It starts with a common chord progression 1, 2, 5, 1. Chord 1 is the main character, the center of the music. Then you have chord 2, which develops the story and creates kind of a sense of urgency. Chord 2 is almost like someone who needs to be helped or saved. And then you have chord 5, and chord 5 is the villain of the story. So, after chord 5, back to chord 1, you have resolution. The main character defeats the villain. So far, this is a very standard story. Many stories start this way. There is nothing unique about it. But that's about to change. After that, chord 1 is going to meet a new character, chord 4. And at the beginning, chord 4 looks normal. But then, after the first interaction, chord 4 blushes and the cheeks become red. How does that happen? This music is played in the key of G major, and in a major key, chord 4 is a major chord. But this time we are going to play it as a minor chord, and by doing that, we are adding some color to the music. This doesn't really change the story. The characters are the same, the plot is the same, but it changes how we perceive the story and the emotions that we feel. But something much more spectacular and interesting is about to happen next. The first time I heard this music was when I was a kid, and I was watching True Lies, a movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger. It had such an emotional impact on me that I wanted to learn to dance the tango just so that I could fully enjoy the beauty of this music. And several years after, when I started learning to play the piano, I knew that I had to learn to play this tango. In some way, this music inspired me. How can a music have such a big emotional impact on us? Was it because chord 4 blushed? Maybe that helped, but what came after had a much bigger impact. This tango is played in the key of G major, and as it progresses, it gets more and more intense. And when it gets to the peak of intensity, the key changes to G minor. How does that feel? Again, imagine that the world is black and white, and that chord 1 meets chord 4 and sees her blushing. Chord 1 never saw this color before. He is amazed. He even closes his eyes. But when he opens his eyes again, the entire world became colorful.